You know, I had things I had to do today, Islanders. Thank you very much. Well, here I am right now. Just woke up about maybe 50 minutes ago. And, it's I got home from work at about 5 o'clock last night. Watched Barry, great show. And my last customer of the night, also named Barry, who is a Capitals fan, and his last coach, Barry Trotz, went on to coach the New York Islanders. I think he had some success. I'm not really sure. Would you call that successful, what Barry Trotz did? Holy, what the F, Islanders? What are you guys doing? So got the text from Anthony and Philk. Both the guys very much still involved in the channel. Don't worry about them. But Barry Trotz fired by the New York Islanders. It just, the thought of it still kind of makes me a little bit sick to my stomach. Here is the screenshot of that right here. Just Barry Trotz, great coach. And the comment right here from Lou Lamoriello, I had to put this together quickly. So sorry about like one of those videos where the guy's reading the article that you could be reading at the same time. But it's obvious that I thought about this quite a bit. This type of decision, it will be a tremendous understatement that it was not an easy decision to make. It wasn't. Unfortunately, it is my role to make the best decisions for the organization going forward, and I believe that this is a group of players that needs a new voice, and this is no way negative on Barry Trotz. I'm a Ranger fan in life, but this is not a, like, does anybody think this is a good move? I'll ask this question. I'll throw that out in the comments. Let's go over Barry's accomplishments as a New York Islanders head coach. He has 152 wins. I mean, that's 50 wins over 500, which is great, especially with the roster that they put together, which didn't look great until Barry Trotz got there and then looked like they could win a Stanley Cup. 3 playoff appearances, 2 conference finals appearances, 1 pushing Tampa Bay to Game 7 and only allowing 1 goal, and 153 wins, 3rd most in Islanders history. Al Arbor is number 1. What might surprise you, Islander fans, is Jack Capuano number 2, but he was there for 5 years. He won the Jack Adams Award in 2019, well deserved. And then it just, let me take a look at some of these comments, because I really wanted to put together a real show for you, have Anthony on, but we're still putting together our Islanders season finale. And like I addressed in one of the comments, the guys, our schedules just aren't lining up at the moment, but we're doing our best to keep the Big Apple coverage going for you guys. But just, yeah. Oh, by the way, Mike, you're 100% right on this one. I mean, Lou Lamoriello, I joked about this with people at the bar, but Lou Lamoriello, it's the most precarious situation to be in, to be his head coach. I'd rather be one of Henry VIII's wives. It's ridiculous. He has fired Robbie Ftorek when they had the best record in the league. 3 different times he fired a coach and replaced them with himself. So, or there was the time when he had Adam Oates and Scott Stevens as co-coaches, and he was on the bench with them because that made sense. Lou is a great hockey mind, but I mean, that's just probably a bad move. I think they want a more offensive-minded coach. Great. You can have a more offensive-minded coach. I'm not sure if the team and the roster necessarily reflects that at the moment, but sure, go ahead. Lou is getting plenty of blame. If you go on Twitter right now, because I'm going to go out of the screen share that I have right here. And Andrew Gross Lou saying he believes that this group needs, and there it is. Let's get that bigger for you guys. This group needs a new voice. I mean, you got that. Just looking at all these comments that are coming through, and this is where all these fans are right. They're 100% right. Like, if they fired Barry Trotz off the result of this season, this team does not deserve. And Anthony and I were talking about this the other day on air, and the Islanders are back to relevancy. Now what? Now, if you're Johnny Gaudreau, if you're a free agent, are you going to go, hey, I can't wait to go to the New York Islanders? You're going to go, wait, who's their head coach? And it does matter. It does matter. If they hire David Quinn, for instance, why would I go there? Because he has a great track record of developing young players, by the way. All right, let's see some more of these comments. Yeah, and we talked about that. The Islander fans were calling for his head on a platter. And I can't wait to see what Shannon's going to say, or a lot of the other Islander fans. Yeah, and Lou doesn't like offensive coaches. He likes defensive coaches. I mean, and by the way, there's another one for you, John Bobbio. Sorry, Bobbio. Lou doesn't get offensive-minded players. Yeah, I know Matt Barzell isn't exactly lighting the lamp. And Nick, there we go. There's a comment that I need. Back to the dark ages of Milbury and Snow. I mean, you know what you probably need right now? You might need a Samuel L. Jackson. Never mind a Sam Adams. If you don't know what that is, Dave Chappelle, Samuel L. Jackson, look it up. It's one of my favorite sketches from him. I mean, well, Everest, I have to talk about both because that's what I decided to change the channel to when we got Anthony on. And trust me, there was a video I needed to make today comparing the Capo Caco goal to the Grundstrom goal last night. What's up with that? So let's keep it going. There's Shannon. There's Shannon. Oh my God. I mean, Core, I gotta disagree with you. I don't think DQ was ever defensive minded. He wanted to do everything off the rush. That's what he always wanted to do. And they gave up the most rush chances against, and I think they were third most in rush chances against and second most in rush chances for his last season. I gotta double check that. But just David Quinn, no, everything is all go, go, go. I mean, we could talk about the shots that they're allowing versus back to Barry Trotz, because here's the thing, realistically speaking, and go back to Shannon up here. Yeah, you know what? I think that's like, why, if I kept on saying they had other problems other than just, well, they ran into COVID. But here's the thing. It doesn't matter. I mean, if it's an aberration, why are you firing the coach? Why are you firing a trusted coach? Why are you firing I believe he's the most active, winningest head coach right now with Joel Quenneville out. So, but realistically, where does this leave the Islanders on a list of candidates? And in the meantime, by the way, you want to know a great quote? Let's go to the current coach of the New York Rangers, who said this: "It's just hard to believe surprised, obviously. I think he's a great hand. He won't be out of work for long. We all know that. I've been there, done that. But Trotz will be fine. Yeah, because right now, if I have a current head coach with a great roster and a team that might be underachieving, Edmonton, Toronto. I mean, Sheldon Keefe. You're going to keep Sheldon Keefe over Barry Trotz? I'd fire him in a heartbeat right now. I'd fire him right now. Try to get that in that defensive system in and give while you got home ice advantage. I mean, it's all those series, by the way, 2-2. So it's just, I mean, because part of me is I like Barry Trotz. I've got to know everything. Yeah, Trotz's hockey is boring, but it's what won. The Islanders weren't winning before Barry Trotz. This is a Vegas type of move. That's right, Core. I mean, and again, I think your previous comment, Detroit would be a good recommendation. I had to put all this together in a minute. Sheldon O'Keefe. Did I do it again? Connor O'Keefe? Get Sheldon O'Keefe? Damn it. Damn my friends. Anyway, there's no way they get top free agents. It's so cutthroat the way they did it to the day after Mother's Day and not even asking the players. That's another thing. Word is he didn't even consult the players about this. And then Lou is going out there and saying that he never considered it. Oh, please. This is why Lou Lamoriello has got the dark side to Lou Lamoriello. Was he able to identify American talent specifically and win 3 Stanley Cups with the New Jersey Devils? Great. But time has passed him by. And I kind of said this originally, there's a shelf life on Lou. And almost like, again, well, you might hit Pete DeBoer. There's a shelf life on Pete DeBoer as well. The Islanders are going to be a very good team if they get Pete DeBoer. But they're also going to burn out pretty quick. Yeah, I gotta agree with that. I mean, he doesn't want to play the kids. I mean, it's reasons like this where, and again, we were looking at the Islanders as not being that trash organization. I would rather have them be a good organization as a fan. When I was growing up, there was still a rivalry, especially when the Rangers were up and coming in 91, 92, and they were starting to really be a quality organization again after acquiring Messier and Neil Smith, bringing in all the young talent in 89 and 90. But it's just, and then the dark ages with Mike Milbury, that was just even worse. But you know what, Dave? Patrick Nemeth would be a much player. Whoa, no, I never said fire Gerard Gallant. Oh no, Gerard Gallant, I think is a very underrated head coach still. You know what? I'm not sure if he goes to hire Babcock, but you know what? Now, like I said, you got organizations that were starving for a head coach. Philadelphia Flyers. Why don't you go get Barry Trotz now? Think about those things. He could go to the Philadelphia Flyers and make them. He might get Rasmus Ristolainen to play defense. Oh, okay. All right. You know, I talk way too much, so I just want to make sure that wasn't clear. Paul Maurice is a good one. See, by the way, you guys are already starting to churn out some good comments for this. And yes, I need to go. There's, like I said, there's a million things I had to do today. All right. I don't know if I want Islander fans to be pissed off at the Ranger fans much more than them getting this. There is what they said. Lou said they wanted a different voice in the room. said the players need a new voice. That is what Lou said. Well, he said that to officially. He just said any type of decision like this doesn't happen overnight. It's over a period of time. And certainly all extenuating circumstances that transpire this year, uncontrollable by everyone or anyone, is taken into consideration. But I'd rather not get into any reasons because that's my job. That's the information I have and experience. And to make all these type of decisions, this is certainly a business decision as far as hockey and winning. So you dump a guy. Let's just go to Barry Trotz's coaching record for a second. And after Nashville in 2003, 2004, that's his going into his 6th season. He has not had a losing record the rest of his 16 and 23 in 2013 in Nashville. He had one losing record the rest of his career, including a team that gave up the most goals against in a decade. Yeah, but also John Tortorella's got one cup. He's a good coach. Lots of guys have only one cup. There are lots of guys that are good coaches without a cup. Bruce Boudreau hasn't been to a Stanley Cup Finals. I would have taken Bruce Boudreau in a heartbeat. Yep. There you go. Core 100% right on this one. Notice that none of these names are even close to the standards of Trotz. Maybe if they didn't trade their second best D-man and let their top winger go for nothing, this wouldn't have been an issue. Yep. But they were, look, what are you going to do? Jordan Eberle was going to be gone anyway. That's what that is. I mean, and yes, here's the thing. He has, look, veteran coaches aren't just going to go take a kid, throw him on the top line. And for that matter, Gerard Gallant has done that with the Rangers. But on the other hand, like this is still just unheard of firing a coach of Trotz's caliber. And I mean, how do you do this? How do you do this? Who's he going to get the replacement? John McClain? Because I could see Lou doing that. Get a Lou puppet in there. And just be like, oh, you're going to do what I say. Why not? And he didn't want to fire John McClain when he was with the Devils, I believe. I got to double check that before. I mean, we're going to keep this one kind of short today, guys, because this is just unbelievable. And you're talking about a team and a franchise. The culture has changed so much. And this is what they do to them. It's yeah. Well, again, he's going with the veteran, and he keeps on saying you can trust a veteran, but that's usually like every coach's reasoning. Guys, if a guy's been around but still sucks, he still sucks. But yeah, we're gonna keep this one kind of short because I don't have that much information on it. I don't even know where the Islanders are gonna go. Anthony and I still have to do the Islanders post-mortem. So there's a lot that's gotta happen with this. I'm in shock about this because you know what, a lot of people that have heard Barry Trotz and know Barry Trotz know how. Oh boy, Rick. I hope that's not the case. Lou saw the Derby and is looking for a new name. Oh man, if that would be something if they hired Mark Messier to coach the New York Islanders right now. No, that's not gonna work. Oh boy. And it's again, it's they got the new arena, they got everything that they want. It's just, I mean, the Capitals fired Barry. Well, they didn't fire Barry Trotz. He didn't renew their contract with him after he won a Stanley Cup. And you know what? From the outside looking in, every like pundit and fan and everybody could look over and go, that guy's hard to work with and he's got an attitude. Yeah, but no one has said that. So, matter of fact, John Tortorella went so far to say he's an unbelievable coach as much as he is a person. All right, Shannon. Well, yeah, because I got to actually, yeah, like I said, I'm going to cut this one short, guys, because just disbelief about everything. And I I have to do stuff for you guys, actually, because there's a couple of bits that I have to get out. For instance, got to see if I can quickly edit the Seinfeld sketch about the show about nothing, except it's about penalties with the Pittsburgh Penguins. So, yeah, Core Messier uh, coaching the Islanders would go as well as when Brian Trottier was the coach of uh of the Rangers. I've never seen somebody with this face more. And he did that in every press conferences. Of course, thank God we got some voice of reason. Some stat boy Steven is here with us. Trading Spezza and Char for Yashin, extending DPH, or hiring Milbury, letting go of Everly. This organization does everything in its power to never win another cup again. Yep. And again, I've said this before. If you're going to hand them over to a team that really could use them, the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Edmonton Oilers, the 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 Detroit Red Wings, the Philadelphia Flyers. Yeah, Ziga, and again, well, first, yeah, and that happened because the Rangers were probably going to get him, and then they ended up hiring David Quinn. Uh, yeah, and by the way, he's trending on Twitter right now. So let's see why. All right, it is every single Ranger fan asking the Islanders to take on David Quinn. So that does make sense. Nick, I'm sorry because, like I said, I want both teams to be good. I just want the Rangers to be better. Also, because when I started a podcast talking about New York hockey, what didn't help was that the Islanders were out of it by December. I couldn't even flip A block, B block. So, Steven, don't. We're going to need you on Rangers Review to break down a lot more of the first round. And by the way, if you haven't watched Rangers Review with Steven and Tyler, go do that. Steven actually mentions how in the first two games, Igor Shesterkin set the record for the first two games as our two games in a row of New York Rangers goalies making saves or saves in a game. I don't even know. I'm at a loss for words at the moment. I still can't believe Grunstrom's goal counted, even though he bunted the puck, but still, then he crashed into the net. But you know what? We'll take away Heedle's goal. All right. All right. All right, guys, I'm going to cut this one short right here at 23 minutes. Most saves, and thank you. Thank you, Steven. Now he's got me correct in that. In game one and game two in NHL history. And in Rangers history too. I mean, Eddie Jockman had that for a while. You know, I don't I think David Quinn would be the one that I look at and go, nope. Then I would actually have to laugh. But I mean, the Islanders also, by the way, don't forget this is an organization that fired Peter Laviolette. I did it again. Peter Laviolette. I don't understand how you get great coaches and then throw them by the way. Even John Sterling was a good coach. He wasn't great. He was good. And then they had Ted Nolan. He did a good job with them. Yeah. Let me just say this, that this hey Chris. um this I have to say this though. Right now it doesn't matter who's in the net. I don't know which game plan the Rangers are going to go with tonight. Are they going to try to just defend, or are they just going to try to uh open it up completely? But I think opening up works to Pittsburgh's strength. I think closing it down works to the Rangers' strength. So when we talk about the over and the under, I'm still going to go with the over because I think the over is 6 right now. That's still 4-2 and maybe an empty netter 5-2. But I think the Rangers should close this one down. And for everybody saying Georgiev should be the starter, you're wrong. That's just dumb. Everybody, thank you very much. Like, share, and subscribe. Who knows? Maybe I can get a Rangers one going in the next 20 minutes. But I had to go on, talk about Barry Trotz. It's I still can't believe the Islanders are dumb enough to do this. And Lou should have been fired first. But anyway, thank you very much. Yeah, Igor will bounce back. He'll be fine. I'm pretty sure that Igor will be pissed that he was taken out of that game. First things, but by the way, one more thing before I go, and let me see what Steven said. Yeah, that is right too. And they need to make sure that they send a message early and start getting physical with the Penguins. Yeah, Barclay Goodrow not being in this series is going to hurt. Hopefully Tyler Mott makes it back tonight. If not, you're looking at game 5. And every series went 2-2. Yeah. You know what, Steven? I'm going to actually end this video and restart another one for the Rangers. So we'll be right back on in a couple minutes, everybody. Because if I got Steven, I'm going to do that right now. And because otherwise this is going to be a video bait and switch for the Islander fans. And there are Islander fans that still listen to us. We're trying to get more. See you guys in about 10 minutes.